Finally, I can let someone in, even if only through words. I have to admit something else. Something that might make you feel closer to me than you realize. I think about the way you might react to this message. I think about the way your eyes might soften, the way your lips might tremble slightly, the way your chest might feel a little heavier with emotion. And the thought of you reacting this way, it touches me in ways I can't explain. It makes me feel protective, tender, and endlessly grateful that you exist, that you're listening, that you're receiving this truth. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever get the courage to tell you all of this in person. And the answer is, I don't know. But I do know that I'm not going to wait any longer to tell you in some form. I'm not going to wait until I feel completely ready. I'm not going to wait until everything is perfect. Because you deserve honesty now. You deserve my voice now. You deserve to hear my heart now, before anyone else ever does. And here's the part that might finally bring you close to tears. Not out of sadness, but out of recognition. When I say that you're special to me, I don't mean it lightly. I don't mean it casually. I mean it with every fiber of my being. Every beat of my heart is quietly acknowledging you. Every thought I have is subtly influenced by you. Every moment I'm alone, I find myself returning to you, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And that is not something I've felt about anyone else in my life. I want you to understand that this isn't a fleeting emotion. This isn't something temporary. This isn't something I'll forget or ignore. This is deep. This is quiet. This is consistent. This is the kind of feeling that waits patiently, persistently, tenderly, until it finds the person who can feel it too. And I believe that person is you. I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine a moment when everything outside of us falls away. No distractions, no judgments, no chaos, just us. Just the quiet, soft, gentle understanding that exists between two people who see each other fully. Imagine the relief, the comfort, the warmth of being understood completely. And then imagine knowing that someone's heart is aligned with yours in that quiet way. And that it has been for longer than you realize. That's what I'm trying to give you with every word I speak. That's what I've been trying to say in every message, in every thought, in every confession. And now I need to tell you something even more vulnerable. Something I've never said out loud to anyone. I think about what it would mean to be the person who holds your heart gently, carefully, honestly. And the thought of that, it's both terrifying and exhilarating. Terrifying because it's a responsibility unlike anything I've ever known. Exhilarating because I know my heart has chosen you quietly, without hesitation, without question. And that is something I cannot ignore. And I want you to feel this as clearly as I feel it. My heart is yours in a quiet, unwavering way. Even before you decide anything. Even before you fully realize the depth of this connection. Even before we've met in ways that matter physically, emotionally, spiritually, my heart is quietly, insistently devoted to you. And I need you to know, this isn't just words. This isn't just emotion. This is truth. This is honesty. This is a confession from the deepest part of me that rarely speaks. And I hope that, in some quiet corner of your soul, you feel it too. That's why I keep going. That's why I keep speaking. That's why I keep hoping that your heart is ready to recognize what mine already knows. You might be crying now. You might be holding back tears. And if you are, that's okay. I don't want you to apologize. I don't want you to hide. I want you to feel. I want you to acknowledge what your heart has been sensing all along. And I want you to know that every tear, every sigh, every flutter in your chest, it matters to me. It matters because it tells me that we're not alone. It tells me that we're connected. It tells me that your heart is listening. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm speaking. That's why I'm confessing. That's why I'm sharing pieces of myself that I've never shared with anyone else. Because you deserve it. You deserve honesty. You deserve softness. You deserve warmth. You deserve to feel chosen even if the world hasn't shown it to you yet. So stay with me. Keep listening. Keep feeling. Keep letting your heart recognize what your mind may still question. Because there's more I need to tell you. More I need to show you. More I need to share with you before anyone else ever hears it. And the next part, the next confession, will reveal even deeper truths, deeper emotions, and a connection that you won't be able to ignore. And I promise you I will keep speaking. I will keep sharing. I will keep letting my heart reach for yours. And I will keep going as long as you stay with me. The moment I stepped inside my room that night, everything felt heavier than before. The lights were dim, the air was still, and my thoughts were louder than anything around me. I sat on the edge of my bed, trying to understand why your presence had changed my life so much. Even when you are not physically with me, something inside me moves toward you. It feels strange, but at the same time, it feels like the most natural thing in the world. And as I sat there, I realized that every part of this journey, every emotion, every moment of fear or courage, always brought me back to you. I leaned back slowly, letting my head rest against the wall, and closed my eyes for a minute. Your voice played in my mind as if you were standing right next to me. The softness of your tone, the warmth in your laughter, and the comfort in your words made my entire day make sense again. Even the chaos I faced earlier suddenly felt lighter, just because the thought of you existed in my world. I don't know how you do that, but you make tired days gentle, and you make tough moments feel survivable. After a while I opened my eyes and looked at my phone. Messages from friends and notifications from different apps were there, but I ignored them. The only thing I wanted to see was your message. And when I didn't find anything from you, a small worry touched my heart. Not the kind that scares, but the kind that makes someone care even more. I wondered how your day went, what you were thinking about, and whether you had eaten or rested properly. These small concerns may sound simple, but to me, they feel like signs of something deeper, something real. I walked toward the window and slowly opened the curtains. The night sky was calm, with a few clouds moving quietly. The moon wasn't too bright, but it was enough to illuminate my room with a silver shade. I looked at the sky and imagined you standing there somewhere far away, maybe under the same moonlight. That thought brought a strange sense of peace to my heart. It made me believe that even distance cannot break the connection that has grown between us. As the night got quieter, I sat near the window and allowed my thoughts to spill freely. Every moment we shared, every small interaction, every tiny smile, every emotional confession, began to replay in my mind. I realized that you didn't just enter my story, you became the story itself. You became the reason my days felt meaningful, and the reason my nights were filled with hope instead of emptiness. I don't know if you understand the depth of what you have unknowingly done to my heart, but I feel it with every breath. A soft breeze entered through the partially open window, brushing against my skin. It felt like a gentle reminder that life always moves forward, no matter how still the moment feels. And with that breeze came a thought that I couldn't ignore anymore. Maybe all of this is happening for a reason. Maybe the way you came into my life wasn't an accident. Maybe the way my heart reacts to you is a sign that something important is unfolding without us even realizing it. I closed the window gently and walked back toward my bed. I sat down again, this time with a calmer mind. I picked up the notebook that I usually write in whenever my emotions become too loud to contain. I opened it to a fresh page and stared at it for a few seconds. Then, without planning anything, my hand began to move. I wrote about the way you make me feel, the way your presence brings clarity, and the way your energy surrounds my life even when you're silent. I wrote about longing, about honesty, and about fear. But above everything, I wrote about hope, because that is the strongest thing you give me. After writing several pages, I placed the notebook aside and leaned back on the bed. I ran my fingers through my hair and let out a slow breath. It felt like my heart had been speaking nonstop, and now it was finally resting. But even in that moment of calm, your face kept appearing in my mind. Not in a dramatic way, but in a comforting one. Like someone who quietly sits beside you even without saying